I can get this gun for 250,000 rubles, right? 250,000 rubles is a lot. Oh no, I can't. Oh, this is way over 250,000. Okay, this gun. Okay, this gun I can buy for roughly 250-ish. Yeah, okay, I can get this one gun. How about just getting a whole loadout though for 250,000 rubles, you know? You can get this whole loadout, gun, rig, your backpack, your meds, the ammo you're using, all of it for 250,000 rubles. And I know what you're saying. Geekseh, as you can see in your gamma, is way more than... I get it. We're not counting my gamma, you friggin' nerds, okay? We're not counting my gamma. Everything but the gamma is 250,000 rubles, and I think it's actually really good. We have two very simple rules for this 250,000 ruble kit. The first one is we can only buy and barter from traders level 2 and below. The reason behind this one obviously is because I feel like once you feel comfortable and you can spend 250,000 rubles per kit, you definitely have all of the level 2 traders unlocked. And I know some, veterans might scoff at that and be like, well, all my loadouts cost me over $1 million every time I go and raid. I get that you can spend a lot of money. But you know what? If you're spending 250,000 rubles, it is a lot of money for, your beginner intermediate player. And I wanted to make sure that you can purchase everything that I'm going to show you. And I'm not like, hey, just buy this from level 4 mechanic. It's not fair. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is we can make purchases from the flea market. And I think a lot of people would say, oh, then this is super easy, right? But you have to remember, a lot of the items that you can buy from the flea market that you might not have unlocked yet on, say, level 3 traders or level 4 traders, all those attachments and whatnot are so much more expensive on the flea market. And to be honest, I think I only buy, 2 gun attachments and the backpack from the flea market. Everything else is just from the traders. So let's go break down the loadout right now together. Let's focus on the top of the head right now. The first thing that I tell you to buy is Comtacs. I think the Comtacs are a great all-around earpieces, so they're great ears. I could have just, said, instead of buying Comtacs, just go the Jizzes, just do this, just do the GSSHs, because they're half the price. They're more than half the price of the Comtacs, but I'd be lying to you, and I didn't want to do that because, to be honest, I really, really hate the GSSHs. I just don't like them. So, for me to legitimately tell you this is the kit I'd be wearing at 250 and be wearing the GSSHs, I'd be lying. So I didn't want to do that. I'd be actually legit using the Comtacs, and I do use the Comtacs. For your helmet, I'm not using anything. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not using a helmet, even though I think more times than not in this wipe over any other wipe, I've been saved by a helmet. I just think right now it's just not a worthy investment because most of the time you are going to get one tapped either way with all the ammo that is running around. But the number one thing I would be buying for your head is the balaclava. It's super cheap and your head shines like the sun, man. I can't even put that into words enough. Like, your head shines like the sun. So you have to make sure you cover that up with a good old trusty balaclava. Now, us moving over to what armor I'm using, I am using the 6B3TM armor, aka the rat rig, and there's a good reason everyone calls it that. It's just because it's a cheap, decent armor for the price you're paying, and yes, the rats, aka the rats, use it all the time. But there is a reason they use it, because it's cheap and very effective. Now, you could say, hey, Geeks, you should use the MMAC. It's a good barter, but yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. The MMAC, if you guys have a few more shekels to use, definitely this one is a little bit better, but there are some pros and cons to this. So let me first talk about the rat rig itself. This is a great, fantastic armor, but yes, it does repair like garbage. But the upside of it is if you insure this, you will get it back at least, I'd say 8 times out of 10, which means you can repair it once and have another raid with it. It's not going to repair, amazingly for sure, but you can squeeze out one more raid out of it 100%. The other thing I wanted to talk about was how much cheaper it is. Now, it's only about 10,000 rubles cheaper to do this instead of doing the barter for the MMAC. And to be honest, I was at my limit. I didn't want to go over the 250,000, even if it is 5,000 rubles or 10,000 rubles. So me using this 6B3 TM, I was still in the 250,000 ruble budget, and I squeezed every penny out of that 250. So if I use the MMAC, I would have went over. It would have happened. Now, one thing to remember though is if you use the MMAC, it's going to be taken a lot more than say the 6B here. So the MMAC, as good as it is, if you are dying, you won't get it back as often. I would say you still get it back, say 50% of the time, and it does repair a lot better. I just feel like you are going to be guaranteed the 6B3. The meds we're going to be using is 1 car med kit, which is okay. You know, if honestly, to be honest with you guys, if you were to spend a little more money or you saved a little bit of money, the first thing I would do probably is upgrade the car med kit to say a Salua, and then, you know, you still use your 2 tourniquets and you still have your basic painkillers. But I think the one downside to this whole thing is only having a car kit. So while you're in raid, you definitely want to be making sure you find another one or something as a backup. Now, the 2 tourniquets, of course, if you get a heavy bleed, the car kit doesn't fix heavy bleed, so you definitely need those. And you technically could kind of experiment with only having, say, 1, but I just, you know what, it's better safe than sorry, and they're so cheap that it's best to have 2 on you. And pain pills, even though they are the worst out of all the painkillers, you need something in case you need to run on a broken leg or just get out of dodge really fast. The magazines we're definitely using are cheap ones. They're AK-55, so they're under 2,000 rubles a piece. They're the ones that come with the AKM itself, so I just got an extra 2. But the ammo we're using is the PS 76239 ammo. Now, this is probably the creme de la creme for beginner ammo. I always recommend using this ammo when a beginner starts. Any gun that uses this, it's just you have a better chance at not killing players because that's not your goal, but definitely killing scavs is going to be a lot easier. It does 57 damage. It has pen power of 32. The armor damage percent's 52. Fragmentation chance 25%. It does have a ricochet chance of 35%, which is pretty high. But all around, this ammo does do a lot of good things. So this is the ammo I'm using, and I think no one else, aside from M80, if you want to start going with that when you're getting level 2 Peacekeeper, this is the beginner ammo of choice, I would say, every single time. Now, the backpack itself, I went kind of back and forth with. I went through the pillbox, and then I went through the MBSS. Now, the MBSS is a lot cheaper. It is 12,000 rubles from Ragman, and it is only a 4x4, where the pillbox is a 4x5. And I try to think, like, what is my reasoning? What's my goal with this loadout? And my goal is pretty much just to loot up and make sure I can buy another one of these kits. Because if you fill every single square that you can in this backpack, in your pockets, and, you know, your extra weapon slot, as long as you come out with generally 10,000 rubles a slot, which is what you should be getting every time you get out, you can buy another one of these kits. So that should be your goal. And then if you do run into players or something, you still have a good chance to defeat them, to kill them. And it's not PvP first, it's PvE first with looting, and then PvP if you need to. So I went with the pillbox. It's 4x5, and the best part is, yes, the MBSS is 12,000 rubles, something like 12,000 something. The pillbox, though, you can get from the flea market roughly for 18 to 20,000 rubles per. So for an extra, you know, just under 8,000 rubles, you can get an extra 4 items in this backpack. It's worth it, definitely. Now, I know everyone wants to see, okay, the gun. You want to see the gun. It's called the Cheap and Easy. I made it. It's pretty fantastic. As you see, it has a Valde on it. Like, how do I get that? I'll show you it all. But the first thing I want to show you is how to buy the AKM. So if you just go and get an AKM right now, a brand new AKM. So if we do 100, so a brand new one, it's around 43,000 rubles from Prapper, and even getting it from the flea market, it's more expensive than just getting it from Prapper. But there is a way to get it cheaper. So you go to Prapper level 1, and he actually has a barter for it. As you can see, you need 3 cans of Tushonka, and instead of 43,000 rubles, you can get the Tushonka roughly for 10 to 12,000. So it ends up being, you know, somewhere between 30 and 36,000 rubles, and it is going to be a little bit cheaper. But now let me break down the gun itself and all the attachments I have on it. So here's the gun itself, and we're going to go in depth on every single piece that I buy to make it what it is. So the first thing we'll talk about is the CARS 47 handguard. This is from Peacekeeper level 2. You get minus 2% recoil, plus 7 ergonomics. There's no downside to it, which is awesome. And the other thing is, it's just quick and easy for us to throw a foregrip and a laser on it. From there, we'll also throw a Bastion dust cover. This is from Skier level 1, and this is so that we can put any sight on it. We are using the Valde, but this is so we can put really any sight that we want to. It does give us minus 1% recoil and plus 5 ergonomics. The sight we're going to be using is the Valde. This used to be the king of all sights. This used to be the one and only. Everyone loved it, and it did get recently kind of nerfed a bit, but it's still fantastic for the price. So the Valde itself is from Prapor level 4, but we are going to buy it on the flea market. This is one of the 2 items we will buy on the flea market, and it does give us minus 5 ergonomics, but it's just a great 1x and 6x scope that I think you can't deny how good of a value it is. Especially on the flea market, you can get it from 34,000 to roughly 40,000 rubles. Thanks to everyone farming raiders, this is becoming more prevalent on the flea market, so it is very cheap, and it's just a fantastic deal to get on the flea market. If you are using a stock butt pad on any gun that can put a butt pad on it, you need to. So the AK GP25 recoil butt pad that you get from Prapor level 2, it's a must have for this gun. It gives you minus 5% recoil and plus 2 ergonomics, and it is dirt cheap, so you have to throw this on there. Now, I know I'm going to say that about everything, you have to throw this on there, but if you want to change things up, you can. The next thing I would say you have to throw on is the SAW style pistol grip from Peacekeeper level 2. I think it's roughly around $45, so it comes out to about 6,000 rubles. It gives you plus 11 ergonomics, which is 5 more than what the stock pistol grip gives you. And for only 6,000 rubles, I think that is a bargain, and it is a must-have. I'm just going to say it, must-have, put it on there. The foregrip is definitely something that I really tried to get something a little better than this RK4. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not the greatest, right? And to be honest, I am trying to stick exactly to this 250,000. I didn't want to go over budget, so I'm pretty much right on the 250 mark, so I couldn't put anything better, and this is the best in slot I can get for the price. So the Zenit RK4 is minus 2% recoil, plus 4 ergonomics. You can get it from Skier level 2, and for the price, it is great. It's just I wish I could get something a little bit better. The second piece that I'm buying only from the flea market, aside from the Valde, was the next piece, which is the Lantac Dragon muzzle brake. You can only get it from Skier level 4, but if you go on the flea market, it's a ridiculous deal. Let me first tell you about this. It's going to give you minus 18% recoil. It does give you minus 2 ergo, which sucks. It's plus 0% on accuracy, but just the recoil itself is insane. Now, what you would think is, okay, on the flea market, it's going to be like 10,000 more than what you can get it from Skier level 4, right? No. So from Skier level 4, as you can see, you can buy it for about 14,000 rubles. And you can just buy it for 16 maybe thousand rubles. This is a great bargain that I think flies under everyone's radar, and it's just so worth it. This is something that really doesn't pump up our budget that much, but the pluses on it is just astronomical, so you have to put this on there. I wonder how many times I do say you have to put this on there, right? I don't know. I really, just to let you guys know, I did really go in depth on building this gun. Like, I tried to wheeze every juice out of it that I could to make it the best gun possible. So yeah, everything is must have. The last piece of the puzzle is just something that is a preference to me, and even if I build a stupid 300,000 ruble gun, 400,000 ruble gun, I'm still putting this on there. It's the X400. It's a laser designator, it's a flashlight, it's a 2-in-1. It's just my favorite one of them all. So if you prefer a different laser or a different flashlight, put it on there. But for me, I just love the X400. So here's the gun itself, all in its glory, and we're just going to build it now. We're going to pretend like we bought the AKM itself from Prapor level 1 for the barter. So roughly 33,000 rubles we bought it for with the Tashanka barter. And we're going to assemble this gun. We're going to take off traders here, and it's 98,000 rubles. The Lantec is going for cheaper. The Valde is a little more expensive right now, but this is all really reasonable. You're looking at the gun costing you roughly 130,000 rubles, which isn't that bad when you're looking at the stats. You know, 130,000 rubles when you're looking at the stats of 46 ergonomics, 74 vertical recoil, 175 horizontal recoil. I think that's really, really fair. Plus, of course, this can go in full auto if you need it to, and or single fire. The one downside that I will say, and I will talk to you guys about, is it isn't suppressed, right? We are using that Lantec, so it is very loud. So just keep that in mind. I noticed that whenever you're shooting this gun, it's almost like a dinner bell. So you want to make sure if you kill a player, either quickly loot them, or you want to try to get different angles to see if anyone's coming up on you. But just remember, this thing is a dinner bell, and people are rushing to noises right now late in the wipe, so just be prepared for that. I definitely want to show you some clips that I got from using it the other day. I did kill a Chad, I killed Killa. It was just a lot of fun, and it was a really great challenge. Even if you have millions of rubles, I'm telling you, try to use this kit and just see what you can do with it. I think you'll be actually pleasantly surprised. Jesus. Took a little too many bullets, but I got him. Okay, cool. That's a juice lord. You've gotta run, run, run away. You've gotta run, run, run away. When you get a Chad stuff and there's two other guys, you've gotta run, run, run away. I got that Chad, bitch, deal with it. Woo! 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 Yeah, we're good. We don't, no greasy spot needed. Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Yep, I'm
Oh, someone's
Somebody
in.
just stood up in furniture.
Put a hurting on him. Going right.
Copy, pushing hard right.
Got him, got him, got him,
Good work.
got him.
Good
Good
work.
kill. Good kill.
Pushing. Nice work, dude. Good shoots.
Okay.
Oh, I see
Yeah,
him.
I shot at him. I heard him.
Oh yeah, he's in. What do we need? Broken G phones? Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah. Forgot, but yes.
I got him.
Yeah, hold.
I got him.
Oh,
Woo!
You did it!
PS ammo, baby.
Nice!
A few moments later.
I
Wait,
didn't
what?
kill Killa.
Oh god! He's shooting me! He's shooting me! He's aggroed on me! You lied to me!
is this the greatest troll of all time? Or? All right, I'm moving back again.
I could have swore I got him. I'm sorry, guys.
I hear him. Oh, I see those impacts. Yeah. Good. Good.
Oh, he's right. He's at the back wall, and I am hurt.
Oh.
He's coming for me, and I hear him, and I'm dead.
You got this.
Is that you running on me?
No.
Oh, I
I'm
see
dead.
him in the middle of the mall.
There's a player in the middle mall. And Killer's in the middle.
Got Killa, and there's a guy in the middle of mall.
Okay, I'm
middle
looking
mall,
for the
middle
middle mall.
or front.
I'm looking for him.
I got two
running.
guys running a road.
Towards us, yeah? Or towards the
Got
back. Nice.
Got one in the
Good
bush.
shot.
Right here.
Not sure. You got him, yeah?
Oh, a little oomph. Oh, wow. Like, really good stuff for what I just got. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know, give it a thumbs up. It's free for you guys, but it does mean the world to me. I recorded all this footage and I tried this whole thing out on Twitch TV where I stream 5 days a week. I hope you come by, say hello, and until next time, I'll just talk to everyone later.